I saw the bruise before I noticed the candles. A deep, ugly bloom under my son's right eye, small, swollen, intentional. The kind of mark left by someone who takes pleasure in being precise with their cruelty. We stood in the doorway of my sister's home, and 17 faces were already turning toward us, as if we had arrived late to our own public shaming. Sho's fingers tightened around mine. That's when her son Evan strolled over. He was the sort of boy who'd already mastered the rules of the world and understood they bent for him like soft reeds. His smirk was lazy, chin lifted in practiced superiority. I just taught him a lesson, he said. My parents say I'm never wrong anyway. The table chuckled, light, dismissive, the gentle clink of forks against cake plates. Someone mumbled, kids fight. Someone else tossed out, boys will be boys. My sister didn't even glance up from pouring juice. But Sho raised his face to mine, calm and steady, and whispered something so soft it sliced the room open. The entire table fell silent. My sister dropped the glass in her hand. The crack of it shattering felt almost merciful compared to what followed. People assume betrayal crashes in like thunder. Mine arrived like a drizzle, quiet, easy to ignore, until suddenly you're drenched and freezing. My sister and I grew up sewn together like two halves of the same lie. She was the golden child, grades, friends, effortless charm, and I was the shadow she needed to shine brighter. Yet I trusted her. God help me, I trusted her above everyone else. When Sho was born, she was the first to hold him. Swore she'd protect him the way she once protected me. I believed her. Then her marriage began to sour. Not visibly, just the faint scent of something rotting beneath their laughter. I didn't step in. People deserve privacy, I told myself. Even family. Especially family. I should have stepped in. Rot spreads. The first sign things were wrong came 2 months before the party. Sho started coming home quieter, not sad, not scared, just quiet in a way that made me listen too closely. I asked what happened at school. Nothing, he said. I asked again. Just games. The third time, he looked away. That was my answer. Then came the tiny things, missing pencils, torn notebook pages, that faint edge of worry kids try to smooth down like wrinkles in a shirt. And once, a message on his tablet from Evan. Don't forget who's in charge. I didn't confront anyone. I simply observed. I counted bruises disguised as accidents. Counted how long Sho hesitated before walking into my sister's house. Counted every time she brushed off my concerns with polished innocence, the kind you rehearse in the mirror. I knew this wasn't harmless roughhousing. It was a pattern, one the adults around him had taught and fed. So while they assumed I was doing nothing, I was gathering everything. Every bruise, every message, every witness, every teacher's note about Evan's dominance issues. Every instance my sister defended him with that brittle arrogance she borrowed from her husband. Planning isn't emotional. It's math. And my revenge started as a simple equation. Protect Sho. Expose them. Leave nothing standing. The birthday party handed me my moment, wrapped neatly in pastel balloons. After Sho whispered those 4 words, quiet enough for only me, loud enough for everyone, the room's temperature shifted. My sister's face drained into the grey of buried guilt. He said you told him to. Silence slammed the air flat. Evan's smirk vanished like someone flipped a switch. My sister looked at him, then at Sho, then at me. Her mouth opened, but the excuses died before they took shape. That was my cue. I pulled a thin folder from my bag, neat, exact. Months of documentation, revealed as calmly as a surgeon laying out an X-ray. I set it on the cake table beside the still unlit candles. This, I said, is everything. Screenshots. Teacher reports. Voice notes. Dates. Photos. Patterns too consistent to deny. Her husband tried to stammer something about misunderstandings, exaggerations, but I cut him off with the same look I had practiced in the mirror the way they practiced their denial. No, I said. Not misunderstandings. Not mistakes. Encouragement. Someone gasped. Someone whispered, call someone. Good. Let them. Because I had already made the calls to the school board, to child services, to the community league where Evan had been removed from 2 programs for aggression. All scheduled so their arrival would collide in one beautiful collapse. And as sirens hummed faintly outside, right on time, my sister finally understood. Her son wasn't the only one who learned a lesson today. I took Show's hand and walked him out as officers stepped in. I didn't look back. I didn't have to. I'd already seen the ending. Relief isn't loud. It's the soft breath you release after surviving something that should have broken you. Show squeezed my hand. "You're not mad?" he asked. "No," I said. "I'm finished." Because revenge, when done correctly, isn't rage. It's closure, honed to a blade.